Hi dear students, now we shall discuss the next theorem, that is converse of Thales theorem or converse of BPT, that is basic proportionality theorem. Okay, so converse of Thales theorem or converse of BPT. Already we know the Thales theorem or BPT. What is that? If a line drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect other two sides. So if a line drawn parallel to one side of triangle, D is drawn parallel to the side BC to intersect other two sides AB and AC at distinct points D and E. Then these other two sides are divided in the same ratio. It means AD divided by DB is equal to AE divided by EC. Other two sides are divided in the same ratio. This is what BPT or Thales theorem. Now here converse. Converse means what? It is reverse only. So what it is? If a line divides any two sides of a triangle, initially they given that for this, for Thales theorem, D is parallel to BC. Initially they given this. With this condition, we have to prove this. This is for Thales theorem. Now here, for converse, if a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, they given this condition. Okay? Reverse it is. Then the line is parallel to the third side. We have to prove this. Okay. So they given this condition. With this condition, we have to prove this. Okay. This is what converse. Now for this, we have to construct a triangle first. Now I will draw a triangle ABC. So let us take the triangle ABC. ABC. In this one, I draw a line DE. So let us draw a line DE which is parallel to BC. Okay, I assumed it. Okay, now here first I will take given. What is the given condition here? What they given? Actually they said that two sides of a triangle are in the same ratio. It means AD divided by DB is equal to AE divided by EC. AD divided by DB is equals to AE divided by EC. Okay, this is given one. Now, what we have to prove? What we have to prove? We have to prove that this D is parallel to BC. So D is parallel to BC. We have to prove this. Okay, so this is given condition. With this condition, we have to prove D is parallel to BC. Now construction. So let us write construction. In this one, okay. I drawn the line D is parallel to BC. Particularly in this case, to prove this D is parallel to BC, I have to go in contradiction method. Means in negative direction we have to move. What we are going to prove, that I should take not in negative. It means D is not parallel to, I have to take. So this D is not parallel to BC. Let us assume that. So let us assume that D is not parallel. D is not parallel to BC. So we have to assume it. And the line DE dash. Now I have to draw that DE dash is parallel to BC. Okay, this is what I will take this point as E dash. This point as what? E dash. Now initially I draw D is parallel to BC. We are going to prove that only, but we have to prove this theorem in contradiction method. So it means we have to assume what we are going to prove. So we have to assume that as not. Means that D is not parallel to BC. I assumed it. If D is not parallel to BC, then I have to take some other line. So that is parallel to BC. I have taken that line as DE dash. So that line DE dash is parallel to. DE dash is parallel to BC. Okay. I have taken another line DE dash which is parallel to BC. So I assumed here. Okay. Now this is all about construction. Now I am going to prove it. So the next step is what? Proof. Okay. So you pause the video, first you note this. So then now I'll give the proof for this. The next step is proof. So we assumed what? D is not parallel to BC. Then after we draw DE dash is parallel to BC. Since DE dash is parallel to BC. So since DE dash is parallel to BC, by BPT, basic proportionality theorem, or by Thales theorem, DE dash is parallel to BC. DE dash is parallel to BC. Then I can write AD divided by DB is equal to AE dash divided by E dash C. Because of BPT or Thales theorem, DE dash is parallel to BC. Therefore, this D and E dash must divide the other two sides in same ratio. AD divided by DB is equal to AE dash divided by AE dash divided by E dash C. So I will take this as equation number 2. You mentioned given as equation number 1. Given. So already we written a given. So what we written there? AD divided by DB is equal to AE divided by EC. So you take that as equation number 1 and this as equation number 2. Now from equation number 1 and 2. From 1 and 2. Now you observe equation number 1. There LHS AD by DB is there. So in equation number 2 also LHS AD by DB. So both equations 1 and 2 LHS is same. Therefore I can write RHS are equal. So in equation number 1 RHS is what? AE divided by EC is equals to yes, that is equation number 2. AE dash divided by E dash C. Okay. Now, so let us add 1 to both the sides. So AE divided by EC plus 1 is equal to AE dash divided by E dash C plus 1. I am adding 1 to both the sides. Next step. Now, let us take LCM here. It will become what? AE plus EC divided by EC is equal to. Next here. AE dash plus E dash C divided by E dash C. By taking LCM. Next, AE plus EC. AE plus EC is nothing but what? AC divided by EC is equal to. Next, AE dash plus E dash C. AE dash plus E dash C. Again that is also AC divided by E dash C. Now AC will get cancelled. Next I will get is what? EC is equal to what? E dash C. Now here actually I am getting EC is equal to E dash C. So EC equal to E dash C, you observe the diagram. EC is equal to E dash C. So if these two distances are equal, then I can judge what? These 2 points must coincide. So these 2 points are at the same place. Then only these two distances are equal. Okay. So this implies the points. This implies the points E and E dash are coincide. Okay. So these 2 points are at the same place. Now, if these 2 points are on the same place, what I can write? So our assumption is wrong. What we assumed? D is not parallel to BC. We assumed it. So whichever the line you can take, D, E dash or D some other line. So if you assume this as not parallel, you take any other line which is parallel to BC. So you are getting those line also as a DE. Okay. So E dash you are getting again, you are getting is what? E only. So it means DE is also parallel to BC. So this implies our assumption is wrong. Our assumption. What we have assumed? D is not parallel to BC. We assumed that assumption is wrong. So therefore, since our assumption is wrong, then I can write this D is parallel to BC. Okay, hence we proved it. Okay, so this is how we can prove converse of converse of Thales theorem or converse of basic probability theorem. Yes, let us start the second exercise, that is 6.2. The first question in figure 6.17. So these are 1 and 2. This is first diagram, this second diagram. D is parallel to BC. D is parallel to BC. D is parallel to BC. This is condition for both the diagrams. Okay. Then next, find EC in diagram 1. We have to find EC in diagram 1. Then AD in second diagram. So AD in this diagram. Okay. So let us give the solution for the first one. This is solution for first diagram. So here they given that D is parallel to BC. Given DE parallel to BC. Now by BPT, basic probability theorem or Thales theorem, I can write D is parallel to BC. D is parallel to BC. Then that divides other two sides in the same ratio. It means AD divided by DB is equal to AE divided by EC. This is by BPT. Substitute the values. AD value 1.5, BD that is 3 is equal to. Next AE is 1 divided by EC we have to find. Find EC. So EC we have to find. Okay. Next. So this is equal to EC I am going to get. EC is equal to cross multiplication I am getting 3 divided by 1.5. Now, so this is 1.5 2s are EC how much I will get? 2. Otherwise you can divide it by 15 divided by 10. So 15 by 10. 10 goes to the numerator. 30 divided by 15. 15 2s are 30. So EC you are getting is how much? 2 centimeter. Okay. So EC is 2 centimeter. This is for first diagram. Now for second diagram, solution for the second diagram. What is that? AD we have to find. So again they given that D is parallel to BC. They given it. Since by they given by BPT, again what I can write? AD divided by DB is equals to AE divided by EC. Now AD we have to find. Keep AD as it is. DB value is how much? 7.2 is equals to AE. AE is how much? 1.8. EC is 5.4. Now I am going to find what? AD. AD is equal to cross multiplication 1.8 divided by 5.4 into 7.2. Now AD is equals to 18 3s. It means 1 divided by 3 into 7.2. Okay. Now divide it by 7 by 3. AD how much? 3 2s are 6. 3 4s are 12. So AD is how much? 2.4 centimeter. This is for second diagram. Now this is for what? First diagram. Second main. E and F are points on the sides PQ and PR respectively of triangle PQR. For each of the following cases, state whether EF is parallel to QR or not. We have to check it. So this is first one. So remaining two are also there. First we shall solve this one only. Now what? So in triangle PQR, let us take triangle PQR. So this is triangle PQR. In this one, E and F are points on the sides PQ and PR respectively. On the side PQ, what is that point? E. On the side PR, what is that point? F. Okay. So let us join this first, EF. Now I have to check, state whether EF parallel to QR, whether EF is parallel to QR. I have to check it. Now, so for this, what they given? PE 3.9. PE value is how much? 3.9 centimeter. Right. EQ is 3 centimeter. EQ is how much? 3 centimeter. Next. PF, that is 3.6 centimeter. Next, FR 2.4 centimeter. Okay. So EF is parallel to QR. I have to check. Means I have to go by converse of Pythagoras theorem. Sorry, not Pythagoras theorem. That is converse of BPT. So or converse of Thales theorem. So it means if PE divided by EQ is equal to PF divided by FR. If I get this as equal, then I can say that EF is parallel to QR. If PE divided by EQ is not equal to PF divided by FR, then I can say that EF is not parallel to QR. Okay. Let us find first PE divided by EQ. We shall find this ratio first. PE value is how much? 3.9. EQ value is how much? It is 3. Okay. Divide this. This is 1.3 it is. The ratio is 1.3. I cannot write a centimeter here. Both centimeters will get cancelled. Next, another ratio. What is that? PF divided by FR. Now this is equal to PF value is how much? 3.6. This is 2.4. Now this will become what? 36 divided by 24 only is equals to 6 4 za 6 6 za. Again 2 3 za 2 2 za. So 3 divided by 2. 3 divided by 2. How much it is? 1.5. So here this ratio I am getting 1.5. Here I am getting 1.3. Therefore, so what I can write? PE divided by EQ is not equal to PF divided by FR. So these two ratios are not equal. Then what I can say? Therefore, EF is not parallel to QR. EF is not parallel. Okay. EF is not parallel. This is for parallel. Not means not parallel to QR. Okay. So this is first one. Now we can check for the second one. Now second one. So in the second main, again take a triangle PQR. So this is PQR. PQR. Now on PQ point E is there. On PR point F, I have to check whether EF is parallel to QR or not. I have to check it. Now PE 4 centimeter. This PE value is 4 centimeter. QE 4.5 centimeter. Next PF 8 centimeter. Then RF 9 centimeter. Okay. Now let us find first ratio, that is PE divided by EQ is equal to PE value is 4 centimeter. EQ value is how much? 4.5 centimeter. Now this is equal to, let us divide this. This will become what? 40 divided by 45. Okay. 45 divided by 10. 10 goes to numerator. Then 5 it's done. Sorry, 5 25 it's a next 5 9. So how much you are getting? 8 divided by 9. You keep this as it is. Afterwards you can think it. Then another ratio, what is that? PF divided by FR. PF value is how much? 8 centimeter. FR value is 9. So here 8 by 9, here also 8 by 9. Therefore, what I can write? PE divided by EQ is equals to PF divided by FR. So these two ratios are equal. Therefore, what I can write? EF is parallel to QR. Now I can write EF is parallel to QR. Okay. Now the third one is also there. You can check by yourself.